And what's going on, everyone? It's Zach Grantham, the morning show host here at 93.1 Katy Country. Very, very excited about doing our online virtual broadcast today as we're talking with our friends with the Texoma Family Shelter. And I have Jeff joining me today. Jeff, how are you, man?
Good. How are you today?
Oh, I am fantastic, Jeff. And I know y'all got a lot of exciting things taking place over there at the Texoma Family Shelter. Got a big event taking place on Saturday. And this is a legendary red dirt country artist that has been around the block, right, Jeff?
You bet.
Yeah, Jason Boland and the Stragglers. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tell us a little bit about the event for this Saturday.
We've got Tanner Fernolio that's going to kick it off for us, and then Jared Morris will take the stage, and then Boland's going to take us home, and we'll have concessions available. We'll have we've got some beer donations, so we're going to give away beer to the general public, 21 and up, BYOB. We've got some food trucks that are coming out, so that we'll have some food available. The Lions Club is helping us do some catering. It's just going to be a great time and a great opportunity to raise some money for the shelter, because now more than ever, they're in need.
Yeah, and Jeff, kind of explain to everybody what the 42 Bed Bash, what the name is all about.
Well, we had our first committee meeting, and we were trying to come up with a name for it. And somebody said, well, how many beds does the shelter have? And it was 42, and that was it, the 42 Bed Bash. So hopefully we get to call it the 52 Bed Bash next year.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, you call it 52 next year, maybe 69 the year after that, maybe 100, 4 or 5 years. So, Jeff, just talking to you over the past couple of weeks, I think you're a huge Texas and red dirt country music fan like I am. And Jason Boland and the Stragglers, man, he's just been around for a long, long time. And Jeff, I don't know if you have a favorite song for him, from him. But Pearl Snaps, it's the 20th anniversary of the song Pearl Snaps. And how does that make you feel, Jeff? I think I remember when that song came out.
I was going to say a bit old.
I remember what cheap bourbon whiskey and Pearl Snap shirt, That's a very, very catchy tune. But man, Jeff Boland just has just so many iconic Texas and red dirt hits.
He does, and if you look at some of the influences in his career, some of these guys from Talpa, Oklahoma, other places he's played, and he's just got a huge following as well. Just a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Jason Boland and the Stragglers this coming Saturday. So, Jeff, tell us a little bit about where this concert is going to be this coming weekend.
We're at the Mayor Arena at the Texoma Livestock Expo. They're at Lloyd Lake Park.
So you're going to have the stage all set up, and like you said, the food trucks and all that?
Yeah, we'll have the stage inside the arena, and then we'll have the bleachers will be available. I think we're going to try to – well, we're not going to try. We'll have those marked off. We want to try to promote social distancing the best way we can. We want to try to put on a safe event, but it's challenging, but we got to put our best foot forward. The shelter doesn't run on thank yous and attaboys. It takes money.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Jeff, before we came on the air here, I told you we were going to do it live. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to bring Tommy on so we can talk to her. We've been having some technical issues. The internet has not been our friend over the past couple of minutes here. So I'm going to try to bring Tommy on. Maybe she'll be able to hear me this time. Tommy, can you hear me?
I can. Good morning.
Hey, Tommy. Perfect timing here. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. And, Jeff and I, we were just talking about the greatness that is the Texoma Family Shelter. Kind of tell everyone, if they're not familiar with what y'all do over there, what exactly your mission's all about.
Our mission is to help those people that are homeless, those people through situational or episodic events do not have housing in this area. We serve the counties of Grayson and other counties in southern Oklahoma. It is the only shelter here in Texoma land.
Yeah, and I was going to ask that. I think, isn't that the reason why you changed y'all's name to the Texoma Family Shelter? Because not only were you taking care of folks here in Grayson County, but all around the Lake Texoma area.
That's correct. It used to be Grayson County Shelter. And also, some people thought it was an animal shelter. So, no, it's for people.
Okay. So, So is there like a certain amount of people that you're able to have at the shelter at one time? I know we call it the 42 bed bash because there's 42 beds there, but do y'all have like a certain number of folks that are there at, any given day?
Yes, at this time, Zach, we have 20 people. What we're seeing during COVID, we're seeing more families come into the shelter. So what that means, in most rooms, we have 6 beds. So there are 3 twin bunk beds in each room. So when we have a family come in, they'll take up 1 room. So even though we have 27 people, they are taking up a majority of the rooms. And that's why we need to expand. We're just seeing a big need for those people with children that need housing.
Yeah, and it's especially right now. I think it's been rough on everyone, the year 2020, and I think we're all looking forward to getting into 2021 and just starting over fresh. But I imagine with some of those families you were talking about, Tommy, it's just been really, really tough. Seeing an uptick of folks coming to see y'all.
It has been difficult, and with housing, I'm a realtor, and so when you lease a property, you have to come up with the first month's rent, secure deposit, and then pay for utilities. Well, if someone loses their job in this market and they don't have access to the resources in order to do that. So what the shelter provides is an opportunity to help them find employment, to save up, to start a savings account, to save up, to have those deposits for housing. So it's not just a place to sleep and eat. It's a place where we offer assistance.
Awesome. So we're talking about the Texoma Family Shelter today, and of course we got the 42 bed bash featuring Jason Boland in the Stragglers coming up this weekend. By the way, I will have to say this: the guitar player for Tanner Finoglio, I actually used to play in a band with him, Chad Henderson. So he's a phenomenal guitar player. So not only are you going to get great music from Jason Boland and the Stragglers, but the other special guests that you have on the bill this coming Saturday. Now, of course, to be able to help out the Texoma Family Shelter, you can purchase tickets to the concert this coming weekend. But Tommy, what are some other ways that the Katy Country listeners can make sure they're taking care of the folks that are over there at the Texoma Family Shelter?
A majority of our funding comes from our resale shop that is right next door to the shelter, which is on Morton Street and Burnett. And what we need clothing items, household items, anything that's resellable for the shelter. And also at the shelter, we need food items, we need socks, clothing. Coming into the winter, we'll need gloves and hats. Yeah. And we also have a need for volunteers. Transportation volunteers to get people to doctor's appointments or job interviews. So there are a number of ways to help out.
Yeah, and and I like the volunteer aspect of the shelter too, because like you said, you're one of those shelters that it's just you're not just holding people for a couple of nights to be able to let them get a good night's sleep and then you're like, all right, see you later. You're actually helping folks kind of get acclimated back into normal life.
Right. We partner with a number of social service agencies to help, whatever their needs are, medical, mental, assistance with computer skills in order to find a job. So we have a number of programs and training available.
Awesome. That's fantastic. All right, folks, we need you to go to TexomaFamilyShelter.com. Get yourself some tickets for this 42 bed bash. This is going to be a great event. Jason Boland and the Stragglers, just my time in radio here in Texoma. They put on one heck of a show. It's very, very upbeat. All the musicians for Jason Boland are top notch. I mean, you're going to have a lot of fun this coming weekend. And then, of course, it all benefits the Texoma Family Shelter. So, Jeff, one more time, I'm going to bring you in here, buddy. So, Jeff, this is taking place this coming Saturday. How can folks get tickets? How much are they? And what are some of the amenities that are going to be taking place on Saturday?
You can go to the shelter's website to pick them up. Tenner's there in Sherman. They've got tickets available. Or you can get them at the gate. Like I said, we'll have the food trucks available. We'll have some concessions available. We've got some beer donations where we're going to give away beer, and then it's a BYOB concert as well. We do ask that you bring cans. Come out and have a great, safe time with us.
Awesome. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share that website on the screen so that way y'all can see itself. It's TexomaFamilyShelter.com. Of course, Hope lives here. You can see the mission statement for the Texoma Family Shelter, what Tommy was talking about with the Texoma Family Thrift Store right there, the contact button, what they offer. And then, of course, you scroll down a little bit. It says upcoming benefit concert, the 42 Bed Bash benefit for Texoma Family Shelter. And then this is where you can get all the information about the fantastic show happening this coming weekend. Oh, and then look, there's Katie Country right there. Jared Morris, Tanner Finoglio, Jason Boland and the Stragglers. Tickets available for $30. Gates open at 6 o'clock. Live music starts at 7 p.m. And like Jeff was talking about, concessions are available. And if you're doing anything on social media, you know you got to have a hashtag 42BedBadge. And for more info, you can get all that by going to the website, which is TexomaFamilyShelter.com. All right, Tommy, Jeff, did I cover everything?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Zach.
No problem. The Texoma Family Shelter over the past several years, it's always just, you just always keep coming in front of my face here. And it's just like, I'll keep I see you on Facebook. I see you asking for donations here. And then, of course, we're partnering up with our Share the Warmth distribution drive this year, which will have more info in the next couple of weeks on what's going on there. So I just feel like this is a mission that needs to be brought to the forefront of the loyal Katy Country listeners. I feel like I'll be able to help you folks out on what y'all are doing. And my goal is to get y'all into like the 73rd Bed Bash or something, 73 Bed Bash or the 100 Bed Bash next year. Maybe we can do something like that. Does that sound good?
Sounds awesome. Thank you for your help.
All right, no problem. Well, Tommy and Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today. And like I said, we have all the information is at TexomaFamilyShelter.com. What you can do is go to their website, get all the ticket information. You'll be good to go right there. All right, everyone, have yourself a fantastic